Okay, now we have Coach P with us. Please again use the raise hand feature to ask your questions. Questions for Coach? We go to David first, please.
Yeah, Pierson, thanks for taking the time and chatting with us. Chamari was obviously named a captain, and we kind of know what him and Nasir bring. But how have they kind of brought some of the younger guys along so far through fall camp as you guys prepare for Old Dominion?
Well, Chamari and Nasir, Chamari especially, have played so many valuable reps for this team over the past 4 years. So his experience on the field is very relatable when it comes to telling the younger guys, different intricacies of the game, as well as things that they need to look forward to. And having guys in that room as leaders that have taken that many reps, on-field valuable game reps, is really a great opportunity for me to step back as a coach and allow them to give those younger players advice and help them come along.
And how would you describe Mansour? I know he's really young and he hasn't been full go the entire fall camp, but we've heard a lot of guys rave about him. What does he kind of bring, and what do you like about him so far?
A lot of the young guys are progressing really well. Mansour is one of those guys that have a lot of natural abilities and has a good conceptual awareness of the game, so he picks up things easily. So he's one of the guys that is doing well and progressing well in his learning curve, and that's advantageous for us to have a younger guy, be that progressive in his, game this early, because it gives us an opportunity to bring him along more faster to help his defense.
Go to Mike, please.
Hey, Coach, thanks for your time. I'm curious, how, if at all, were you impacted by their offensive coordinator change? And obviously you hadn't really seen a year of that guy calling their plays anyway, but how did that factor into preparation?
When you're playing somebody in an opener of the season, it's always a guessing game, because they've had all spring, all off season, all summer to do a myriad of different things. And it's kind of a guessing game. So when you hear that the offensive coordinator is no longer calling the plays or no longer there for that team, it's different, but it's not really that much different, because we're focusing on us and our base defense and the things that we do well. If this was mid-season, it'd be a little bit more complex, because you would have to adjust to whoever is new and they may be changing up the scheme. But because the focus this summer has just been on us implementing our new defense and doing the things that we do well, that's kind of how we got to enter this game plan ready for just about anything that the opposing team can do.
As a staff, though, did you guys go back and study his tendencies at Georgia Tech? And is that wasted time now, or does that still factor in?
When you're preparing for the first game and you have this amount of time, you leave no stones unturned. You just prepare in every means necessary, and you take a look at everything. But you won't ultimately know what the team is going to bring to the table or their philosophy, because they will do self-scout on their own. Things that they've done well in the past, things that they need to improve on, new wrinkles that they may want to implement. So what we have to do is make sure we focus on us as we focus on them. So we have our game plan in place where it could be adjustable to just about anything that they do.
Thank you.
We go to David Teal, please.
Pierson, obviously you didn't overlap as teammates, but while you were at Radford coaching, did you encounter Greg Stroman at all? And then did you in turn follow Jalen as he was coming up?
Well, one of the things, being a Virginia Tech alum and having played at Virginia Tech, that I always is a fan. So you can name just about any player, especially defensive backs, that have played in this program since I got here in 1995. Rather I played with them or watched them on television, I know a lot about them. So, I was a big fan of Greg Stroman. And when I got here in 2019, I had the opportunity to be a part of the recruitment of Jalen Stroman. So, I knew a lot about both of those guys and the things that they can bring to the game and their football aptitude and, you know, it's been a blessing to have a guy in the locker room that's been surrounded by Virginia Tech football for so long, because he's been a Hokie ever since Greg was here. So he knows what this program is about and all the values of it and how we play football, especially in the defensive backfield here in Blacksburg.
And is Jalen someone who can provide what coaches always like to call quality depth this season?
Well, you know, he has some game experience from last year, and he's progressed well this summer, and he does. He's one of the many players in that secondary that's going to provide us with, you know, with valuable minutes. We have a lot of guys. You know, it just doesn't, you know, fall on the bodies of the guys that we know. There's a lot of guys that have had really good springs and exceptional summers that's going to play a part, not just in this first game, but throughout the season with valuable reps. And Jalen is one of those guys.
Got additional questions for Coach? David is.
Yeah, Pierson. What have you seen from Nyquil Hawkins in his development, and where has he kind of impressed you the most in fall camp?
You know, he's a guy that has great speed. You know, he picks up things easily and naturally. And you know, Nyquil has been here for a few years, and he's been just looking for an opportunity. And this spring and this summer, he's done a really good job making the best of his opportunity. And he's just preparing himself to help this football team in every facet of the game, preparing himself to go out there and to help this team. He's done a great job. Like I said, there's a list of guys that has taken advantage of the opportunity they've been presented with this year to help this football team. Nyquil has progressed a lot. He did a great job this summer in the weight room. He's done an exceptional job this summer on the practice field, and he's earned his opportunity to help his team.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Final questions for Coach? Okay, Coach, thank you for your time.
Man, no doubt. Thank you guys.